example, outside of the parenthesis, I have 3x, right? Okay, I want to distribute that into the parenthesis. It's important to remember if they don't have an exponent written there, what's it understood to be?
1.
1. So this is kind of like having an x to the 1 there. Okay, so when I multiply it times something, I'm adding 1 to the exponent. So 3x times x squared. Okay, well the 3 is just a 3, right? Okay, guys, put up our phones and our headphones and our computers and tablets and all the things so we don't miss out on this lesson. You put it in the window or something, Frank? Thank you. Okay, so whenever I multiply into that parenthesis, there's nothing to multiply the 3 by, so it is just going to be 3. Okay, but like you guys said, this is an exponent of 1 times an exponent of 2. And you guys said we add the exponents, so what is 1 plus 2? 3. So when I multiply, I should get x to the third. Alright, then I have 3x times negative x. So what's 3 times a negative? Negative 3. Okay. This x doesn't have an exponent either, so like you guys said, it should just be a 1. So 1 and 1 would give me x to the what? To the second. Alright, and then lastly, 3x times 2. 6 what? 6x. Okay? And then is there anything that's like terms now that I could go back and combine? No. So I'm done. Okay? Alright, same thing over here. Remember, this is an understood exponent of 1. Okay? So there's no number in front of x squared. So negative 2 times 1 is still just going to be negative 2. X to the first times x to the second gives me x to the third. Add the exponents. Good. Negative 2x times negative 4x. Well, we multiply the numbers. What's negative 2 times negative 4? Good. And what do I do with the exponents? Add. So 1 and 1 would give us x. Good. And then lastly, negative 2x times 6. Negative 12x. Good. Okay, none of those are like terms, so I'm done. Okay. All right. Okay, example 3. Looks like there's something in front of each set of parentheses to distribute, so we're going to do that first. So we've got 3 times 7x. What's that? Okay. And 3 times negative 5. Good. Okay. Then I've got negative 2 times x squared. And negative 2 times negative 3. Positive 6. Okay, any like terms here?
No, yeah. 15, negative 15 and 6.
Right, okay. So we are going to combine our like terms. While we're doing that, we're going to rearrange this as well. You put the highest exponent first and work your way down. So our highest exponent comes from this piece. So that's the piece I'm going to write down first. Negative 2x squared. Next piece I would put is the 21x. Okay, so taking care of both of those. You said these were like terms. So what is negative 15 plus 6? Good. And then we're done. Okay. All right, number 4. Again, we got to distribute into our parentheses. So I got 3 times x squared. Good. 3 times negative 2x.
6x.
And 3 times 1. 3. Okay. All right, in front of this parenthesis, there's just a negative, so it's kind of understood to be a -1, right? So I'm distributing -1. So -1 times x, negative x, good. -1 times -7. All right, then we go back and combine any like terms, and we start with the highest exponent. So is there anything else with an x squared in it? No, so I'm just going to bring it down as it is. So that's gone, taken care of. All right, next highest or something with a variable is -6x. Anything like it? Yeah, so I can put those together and I would get, good. So those are taken care of. And then what? Plus 10, right, because these two are also like terms. All right. Okay, number 5. And there is no number by itself in front of the parenthesis. It's just saying multiply this parenthesis times that parenthesis. No. We add and subtract like terms. We multiply everything. Okay? So what's important here is that we remember I have to multiply this x times both of those pieces, but I also have to multiply this 4 times both of those pieces. So we call that foiling it out, right? So we would have x times x. X squared, because those both are understood to have an exponent of 1. Good. But I also have to multiply that x times this 3.
3x.
Good. I got plus 3x. So now I've multiplied the x times everything. Now I got to do that with the 4. So 4 times x.
4x.
Good. Yes. And we also have to multiply the 4 times the 3. Okay. Then we go back and combine any like terms, which we end up with some right here in the middle, right? So I'm going to have x squared plus what?
7x plus 2.
Very good. Okay, let's do another one like that where we're having to FOIL it out. So I got 3x times 2x.
6x squared.
6x squared, very good. Make sure we remember those are both understood to have exponents of 1. All right, also 3x times -5. Very good. Okay, so I've multiplied the 3x times everything over there. Now we have to do the -1. So it's -1 times 2x. Very good. And -1 times -5. +5, very good. And then we just go back and combine any like terms. So we end up with some like terms there in the middle. So we would have 6x squared. Then what? Very good. Okay. All right, number 7 says 2x minus 5 squared. Okay. What is important to remember here is that to square something means to multiply it times itself, right? So this means the entire parenthesis times itself again. Or I could write it as 2x minus 5 times 2x minus 5, right? That means the same thing. And then we FOIL it out just like we did on the 2 before. Okay, so I'm going to have 2x times 2x, which would be
1 squared.
nice, and 2x times -5. Good. All right, now I've got to multiply the -5. So -5 times 2x is again going to give me -10x, good. And then -5 times -5, +25. And again, we end up with some like terms there in the middle. So we just combine those, and what do we end up with? Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. Last one. This one says to find the perimeter and the area for this figure. Okay, so how did we say we found perimeter? Add up all the sides. Good. Okay, well, if this side is 4x plus 3, what's this side? Good. Which would mean this other end down here must also be right. So if I'm going to add up all the sides, we said when we add like terms, right? So I'm going to add up all the x's. I've got 4x here and 4x here, which is how much? 8x. And then I got 5x here and 5x here, which is how many more? So what is 8x plus 10x? Okay, so we got 18x. And then we also are going to add all of the constants. So 3 plus 3 minus 2. 4 minus 2 more. 2. That's what we get if we add all of our like terms. How do I find the area of something? Right. Length times width, base times height. So that would have been this times this, right? So I'm going to have 4x plus 3 times 5x minus 2. Okay? And the way this is written means we got to FOIL it out, just like the previous problems. So 4x times 5x would be 20x squared, right? 4x times negative 2. Good. 3 times 5x. And 3 times negative 2. Very good. Okay. Then our last step would just be to combine the like terms, right? We got some like terms there. Okay, so we've got 20x squared. And when I combine my like terms in the middle, what do we get?
7x.
Good. And then we still have the negative 6. Okay? Alright, so whenever you multiply, make sure that you add your exponents. Then go back and check and see if there's any like terms for you to combine. Uh-huh.